Hello and welcome to the LDM Show. I'm Charles Aloma.
Lydia Penn here.
How we doing? How we doing? Hoping you people are enjoying your winter. Well, it's not winter break yet,
No,
right?
we just passed Thanksgiving, so
Yeah, so it's
how was
almost going to
that?
be almost close to winter break. So anyway, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was relatively good. You know,
Mm.
I ended up having some impromptu plans, so it was nice. It was nice. I got some free food and stuff, cooked it up, and
Oh, anything free is nice.
nice little intimate. Yeah, it was nice. It was
Yeah.
nice.
See, I like when it's intimate. It's not. I love family, yeah, but when it's too much like a family reunion, it's all crowded.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes it can get to you, like,
Oh yeah. All the different personalities.
yeah,
Then
you
you
know.
remember why you don't live with them
Mhm.
anymore. Yeah.
I'd be like, "Well, now I know why you were the second cousin removed.
Now I remember why we weren't talking.
Yeah, you know. So it happens, but yeah, we had an intimate one too. My brother, his wife, and his friend, and just us. That's it.
Yeah,
You
that's
know.
nice. It's a little bit more precious like that, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Especially when they eat and run. I love it. I love it.
Don't forget to bring your containers.
Right, right. Bring your containers all you want, man. You know, it's always a thrill when you can do that. But excuse my rudeness. I'm just sharing this live, and we are live, so sharing everything here so people can come and because it's gonna be a good topic today, and
Oh, you got
I want the
good.
conversation to hit real good. See what these people saying.
I don't know if they're ready. You ready?
I know, right? So they might not be. You never know.
We'll see.
They might not be,
Fire it up.
right? So, but before anything, before we get into the topic, one of the topics that I wanted to talk about on my personal Facebook page, I throw in some questions, a lot of them controversy, because I love the controversy. I love when people jump. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to see how far and how ridiculous people can get.
Oh, because we can't see you, so you can say whatever you want, right?
Right, right. And not only that, it helps me, with my podcast, which is called Speak Out, when we speak about things like that, helps me with comedy and everything else.
Yeah.
So, but I put up a comment because, like my wife says, that my next podcast should be the life of the MTA because every day I come home, I have a story. So this one story, for some reason, I think Universe was testing me with kids.
Oh,
Every kid that I seen that day
you're gonna be
was,
tested on the
was a
train.
pain in the butt kid,
Mm.
was a crybaby.
Was it a Saturday?
No, it was actually like Monday, Tuesday, I think it was. It was during the weekday. But there was like two kids came in the bus, and sorry to say, they were both Dominicans, little kids talking like babies. 6, 7 years old. Mama, I'm gonna go sit over here. I don't want to go with them. I was like, I look back, I'm like, these kids are 6 to 7 years old speaking like a kid. So I went on my page and I said, if your child is 5 and up, and they speaking like a child, it's not a speech problem, it's a you problem.
I mean, that's obvious.
People came out and said, oh, but you don't know all the kids. They might have Alzheimer's. If you were to listen correct, or Alzheimer's or autism, whatever they say, autism. But I'm like, or they have a speech problem. I'm like, if you were
No, that's not a speech problem.
no, but if you were to read the comment, I mean the thing that I put, if your child
up for
speaks
them?
like a baby,
Yeah, that's-
I did
that-
not
that
say
is
if your
a-
cheat,
that
if
is
your child has a speech
parental
problem,
problem. That's definitely.
right?
Why are they speaking like that? I mean, I'm sure they don't speak like that all the time in school.
Maybe they do,
Maybe they do. But with her, she allows it.
and that's the problem.
And that's how they get things. So they'll probably be doing it all throughout their 20s. You know?
Yeah,
They'll have kids and they'll still be doing
but anytime you read someone's comment or post, especially mine's, read it. Don't pick a word or two because I didn't say if your child has a speech problem, it's your problem. I didn't say that. I said if your child speaks like a baby, goo goo gaga type of thing, it's not the kid, it's you because you speak to them like that
Yeah.
and you let them get away with it. Speech problem is different than
Well, I
a
mean,
baby problem.
It might turn into a speech problem if it gets out of
Well, it is a problem. It's a big problem. you know.
Why,
but
you
if
don't
it's
think you don't think that adult women could get away with Goo Goo Gaga? And they
no,
get
but
free
the Goo Goo
stuff?
Gaga, that's a
We
different Goo
went
Goo
into
Gaga.
the bodega. Goo Goo Gaga.
Hunt, baby, that's a different Goo Goo Gaga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know what you might get.
Yeah, but when a little kid, and then I'm like looking, okay, then here comes another kid. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like 6, 7 years old, and you speaking like this. I'm like, you got to stop. I thought, I know a lot of people watch the show and they be like, oh, he racist or something like that. No, I just tell you the truth. First of all, like many episodes ago, I said the Mexicans need to stop putting their 15-year-olds in these strollers. You're a little too old.
If you can walk, I'm not pushing you.
Yo, 7, 8 years old talking
that's
about
just
putting
me
a stroller.
Personally. I've seen that with Great Adventures and.
Well, that I can understand a little. Like they bring not the stroller, but that coolie wagon.
Yeah, that's the park stroller.
Yeah. You know, like because Great Adventures.
No, regular strollers. I mean.
So I'll be wanting to grab one of those
I know.
motors.
They should make the little Walmart.
I know. If you put a Walmart thing in Great Adventures, I'm on there all day.
No, you gotta have your own. You gotta have your own.
You know. So, no, but that's the thing. They don't even let those scooters, the sit-down scooters.
Yes,
They do? Oh, I'm going to Great Adventure with my sit-down scooter.
Yes, they do.
Hey, what's going on, Lou? Yeah, because, when you go in like Great Adventures, well, Action Park, they don't have no more, but, Coley Island, places like that, you take, I understand the stroller, but in the streets-wise, I'm like, if your kid gets in and out of the stroller and pushes his own stroller, and
and jumps back in.
Yeah, this is and at the same time with some of the Dominican women that they allow their kids to speak the Goo Goo Gaga, and they 6 to 7 years old.
So this woman on the bus was.
Every single one I seen was Dominican. So I'm not saying all Dominicans, so don't get me wrong, but if you get an 8 out of 10, they're gonna say all. You know what I mean? So this is the reason why I was like,
Learned something new.
yeah, so, and they were like, oh, you're stereotyping. Stereotype is based on truth. I hope you know that. So, we don't stereotype something and say, oh, you want your car radio in your car, find a Puerto Rican. That's not stereotype. That's the damn truth. These people be robbing your car and robbing the stereo. They know how to put it in and put it out. You know what I mean? You get a mechanic. Would you prefer a mechanic that's Latin or an American mechanic?
That's like that's the worst question.
Nah.
I would
A lot of
prefer
people would-
somebody who knows what they're doing.
No, but as soon as, like, even with doctors, if you see a Spanish
lawyers.
doctor, a white doctor, or an Asian doctor, you're going to be like, oh, so Chang? Your name is Chang? Like you already going to go straight to the Asian one or the Indian one because you're thinking they know more of it. So it's images that a stereotype, but it's based on truth.
We definitely judge, as humans, we judge, without even realizing
It. Yep, it's so true. Medalia, greetings. How we doing? She said the stereotype bit is bull. Yeah, it is bull, but come on. Like I tell a lot of people, if you see 5 people in a corner smoking their weed, got their pants all down, looking hood and everything, and you coming in the middle of the night, do you walk straight to those person or you go across the street? Well, not us, I'm not talking about the people that can handle themselves.
I mean, I can handle myself.
That's what I'm saying.
Am I going to try to avoid it? Yeah.
Why? But if you see 5,
I've had bad experiences.
Exactly. That's based on stereotype. Because if you see 5 people with suitcases and just hanging out with suit and tie, and you're going towards there, you're gonna go straight because
I
you
might
think.
dodge them too.
First, I would be like, "What are you doing in the hood?" You know what I'm
They
saying?
might be selling something.
Yeah,
what
and
are
you
you
got
doing?
suitcases. What are you doing? No, but the whole thing is you would turn around without even realizing it.
Yeah.
You just judge these guys and thinking that because they look hood, they up to something bad.
Usually
And
it
it's
is because
because
of an experience. though.
exactly, stereotype is based on that.
I mean, I've done it before,
I can protect myself, and I still do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, here we go. Let me get ready. While I'm walking there, I'm already.
It's a shame, but I mean, would you rather be unprepared? Based on what happened before.
Hey Rose, I don't see the things on the side. Yeah, it does. You got to put the thing up. Click it up. Not on the program. The actual thing. Make sure it's up. It's up that you see it, right? Okay. Hi, Rosa. Sorry, we live right here. Medalia said, I got two of them. I got to try. Oh, damn! It just erased. But she was saying something about stereotype. It just erased. I'm like, once you go, do the refresh thing. I thought the comments would stay, but it didn't.
Sucks.
But yeah, so. Well, I'm on mine. That's why I thought you had the LDM network up there. No, mine's up. That's why I'm reading the comments from mine. I didn't go to the LDM network. All right, let me go to the LDM network. And Rosa, ¿cómo está? So we got two of them flying by. But again, that's the reason why I said about if your kid is speaking baby talk, it's not a speech problem, it's your problem.
What is it about that bothered you so much?
Because the mother herself was like, okay, I was like, seriously? Like you preparing these kids for failure. That's my biggest issue is, and then when I look and you were Latin, I'm like, wow, we got problems as it is, and you setting up this kid for more failure. Speak to them correctly. Like we didn't even allow people to come and say, oh my God, how a cute little baby like that to my kids. I was like, straight speak. When he's a month to close to a year, yes, because baby talk for a kid that's up to a year, it motivates their brain and it feels that affection from you, the love. It's not that you're going, it's the tone.
Nurturing thing.
Yeah, okay. It's the tone of the voice and the volume of it that nurtures the kids. After 3 or 4, it ain't nurturing the kid no more. The kid starts thinking that that's a way of life.
Right. This is how I get through
I'm
life.
supposed
This is
to
how
speak.
I get things. Yeah.
Like 2 years old, if they hear someone speaking like I see kids out in the street, 4 or 5 years old. What's up? How you doing, man? Yo, what's going on? I'm like, you 4 years old. You're not supposed to speak like that.
Who are you around?
That's why. So if you Google gagging a baby of 2 all the way to 7, that person's
Maybe
gonna
that's how
think.
Mom speaks all the time. Maybe she doesn't know anybody.
Yeah, well, obviously. But don't do it, please. Don't do it. Speak to your kids directly. Educated words. They will become more, educated. Things like that. So, but let's get to some crazy things that I heard. Well, we old school.
Through the grapevine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody knows Madonna.
Do they?
Well, hopefully, right?
Well, yeah, she did.
Well, they don't know the
she
singer.
did,
They know the art. One of the two.
Okay.
One of the two Madonnas they're gonna know.
Okay.
But anyway, like a prayer. You heard that song, right?
Yeah. I remember the video.
Yeah. Everybody remember the video. We remember the
It
video.
was very controversial in the
Y'all
1990.
Yeah, y'all millenniums need to watch and stop playing songs thinking y'all know what y'all talking about. You know there's church playing this song and not knowing what the hell it really means?
Are they really?
There was a church, two
Playing
churches,
this
and they
version.
singing, hey, it's like a prayer. I don't want to sing the rest because they don't pay me, but. And I'm like, do they know what they. Like, I can understand if you sing that little chorus part and then cut it off. You know what I mean? But they sung the whole song. And I'm like, read the words, man.
I don't know.
Read those words because.
Somebody at work didn't do their job that
No.
day, so.
They just heard like a prayer and they thought it was
Let me
something
print
else.
this out.
This sounds good. Yeah, like a prayer. Like, I will take you. No, you ain't taking me there. You ain't, no.
Maybe that's how they feel about Jesus.
Yeah, you going by yourself. Hey, Christina, my niece is there. She said, laugh out loud. I'm guilty of doing that. But I guess that is because I see a baby, so we automatically speak babyish.
A baby.
But baby, we were talking about 3, 4, 5 years old. That ain't no baby. That's a toddler.
Little people who can read.
That's a toddler. Magna said 100%, Charles. How about truffle butter with Lil Wayne? Woman singing it, not knowing what it is. I'm sorry, I don't even know. I don't listen to Lil Wayne. So is that a controversial song? I'm going to have to check the lyrics. But she's saying that women singing it without even knowing what it is. There's a lot of songs people sing, and I'll be like, do you know exactly what they mean? And they don't. They just, oh, the beat sound good, you know. Yeah.
I've heard some crazy like stories behind like certain songs, and it's like I don't know if that's real.
Well,
I don't know that's real.
if you listen to them, even nursery rhymes, like I was telling my son about every nursery rhyme that he
Yeah.
pretty much sings.
Yeah, some
You know,
of them are horrible.
you know, we were over there talking about ring around the rosy. We did not
That's
know.
about like the plague or something.
No,
like
it's
that.
about killing witches.
Hmm.
Ashes, ashes, we
They
all
all
fall
fall
down.
down.
They
Which
used
one
to,
is about the bubonic plague? It's
oh shoot. Someone out there, please help us, because I know it, I just dawned on me, but Ring Around the Roses is always the one that's stuck in my head.
The cradle will fall. What was that?
Yeah, Rockin' My Baby. I used to say the same thing, Rockin' My Baby. Why
That's
you got the
horrible.
baby on the treetop?
Why?
Why is the
And
baby
why-
on the treetop?
So that it can fall?
It can fall down. Where's it going? Some of these songs we don't know. But, you know, again, Ring Around the Rosie, they used to take witches, put them in the big tree thing, wrap them around.
Everybody was a
and
witch.
then everyone would wrap. Yeah, you're a lefty, you're a witch.
I know I would have been a witch.
If you're a dark-skinned person with blue eyes, green eyes, you're a witch. Like anything that was different,
yes.
you were
What?
a witch.
You using herbs?
You're a witch.
Get to the stake. Yeah.
You see somebody tripping over a rock so many times. Now that one person is about to hit the rock, watch it. You might trip, and then all of a sudden somebody trip. She's a witch. How did she know he was going to trip? Like now they sing a Ring Around the Rosie, and they burning me.
Yeah.
Like
That's deep.
so, people saying that. You know, London Bridge is falling down. We don't want London Bridges falling down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there are songs, but it's so catchy that people don't realize what they really mean, you know?
For hundreds of years.
For 100 years. The duck, duck, goose.
What's that about?
That basically about shooting the wrong people, the wrong animal.
Is it?
Yeah, if you go duck, duck, duck,
goose.
goose, and you hit them hard because they shot the goose.
Okay.
So
they
hunters
meant
used to go
shoot the goose, but they shot the duck by
the hunters go duck, duck. No, that's a duck. Goose, boom.
There you go.
So
Pull.
yeah, yeah. So there's a lot of things. Magda said right here. Tell us if you were albino, you were a ghost. Oh yeah. If you're albino,
I think today
albino people
they're still ostracized, you know, like in Africa and stuff like that. Like they think.
yeah, and that's true. Magda said if you were albino, you were a ghost. Because not really of their skin color, it was their eyes.
Oh yeah.
I read about it. I always thought it was because of their skin and their hair. No, they were more scared of them because of their eyes. They didn't have blue, green. It was like a color eye that you never really see.
Like a grayish.
Yeah, so they didn't know it was because they can't see the sun and the light. So that color protects somewhat. But we lived and learned, but you know how many people probably passed through that. So many people. It's so sad. Yeah, I read about it. They killed a lot of lefties, a lot of albinos, a lot of dark-skinned people with color eyes, and anyone that sort of seen the future. Like, oh, here comes this person. I bet you he's going to tell me
definitely.
that his
Don't
wife...
tell anybody that.
Yeah, this guy's going to come and tell me his wife is leaving him again.
Or if you were a different religion, period.
Oh, yeah. They really took it deep. But, yeah, don't do that. Don't sing no songs you don't know about. Especially back in the days. Back in the days, the songs was like, turn off the lights. Come on, you know what that meant. Yeah. But people singing it like, it's a romantic song.
So how do you...
Really?
When's the last time you sang an R. Kelly song?
The other day when I seen this person fall, in my brain, I was like, I believe I can fly.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like enjoying it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, yeah.
So, but that's what I said. If you take pieces out of it, I can understand. Like if the church would have just done the chorus of like a prayer, I'll take you there. That sounds like a church thing. But don't sing the whole song. They sang the whole song,
Yeah.
not knowing.
That was definitely an oversight.
Yeah, that was a big oversight.
Somebody didn't proofread.
Big time, big time. But you know, holidays are coming in. I want to do
We're almost finished.
Two movie reviews real quick.
This should be interesting.
What was the one that we seen? Mulan or Moana, whatever. Her
Moana
name?
2.
Moana 2.
What was that?
Out of 5 stars, I'm gonna have to give it a 3.
Okay.
The storyline was good, but I was not waiting for
You've seen
storyline.
the first one.
I was waiting for music. You know, I was waiting for catchy music. The first one, you know, hey, you're welcome. You know, like you know.
You can't do that.
In the second part, there's nothing really a catchy song.
Really? There's no music. It's just.
It's music, but it's not
story.
catchy. Yeah. It's not one of those songs that you go out the movie theater and be like, hey, you're welcome. Like everybody that's seen part 1, anytime someone says thank you, they always sing that song. You're welcome. Like, you know, because they remember that. But part 2, there was nothing, no songs to make me say, hey. You know?
Probably didn't have the same people, you know.
No, the actors were the same. I don't know if the
same,
writers were the same.
The musicians.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if they were the same. Yeah. But overall, kids did like it. They were not amused. I read about it. A lot of kids wasn't jumpy for it.
Yeah, like,
right. But the storyline was great.
Okay.
That was. So that's why I saved the movie. If you go in there to get a catchy song, you're not going to get it. Wicked.
Adults. Wicked. That movie? You saw it?
Yeah, that was a waste of my 2 hours and 40
minutes. You
minutes.
didn't know that?
It was you know, never.
Sorry,
never.
I saw the Broadway play, and I'm like, okay.
You didn't like it?
No, I liked it because it was different then. But like, how many years after it opened? Like, they went
I gave it 2. I gave it 2
and then
stars.
look who they had. Like, I haven't even seen it, and I don't want to. But go ahead.
Don't even bother. I'm saving you time. Wait for it to be on a platform that you can watch it for free.
Yeah.
Now, everybody's probably saying, oh, but Charles, it made millions on the weekend.
I mean, that's
many
to
movies,
each his own, but
many movies make millions because the way they promote it.
Yeah.
But I bet you if they don't promote it,
see that.
let them do a weekend of people and let the people promote it, then you're going to see that it's not going to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
But when you promote something so well, people ran to go see it.
Yeah, they spend money to get
and they
people
wasted
in
their
seats.
money. They wasted their money. The only thing I did get out of this was the original Wizard of Oz. I noticed that the Wicked Witch of the West wasn't so wicked, if you think about it.
No, but there's so much, like, look it up. There's so much behind-the-scenes crap that happened on that set, and they almost didn't make.
Oh yeah, they said there was a lot of.
They almost went in debt for that movie, which is where it's all of this stuff that happened, the deaths and everything.
Yeah.
I think it was still worth it back then. What, it came out in the 30s?
30s, something like that, 30s, 40s.
I mean, everybody, the whole cast, like something happened. You know?
It was good. So if you guys,
nothing's like the original.
Magna said that's how they make millions. Exactly. They is the marketing tool that they use to get you to go to the weekend, and then you coming out of the movie theater. I just wasted my $20-something. Now, the Wicked Witch of the West was trying to get the sandals from her sister.
In the new movie.
No, in the old one. Okay. Remember when the house fell down? She wanted her sandals, but the good witch took the sandals and gave it to Dorothy. That was a setup. And now that I think about it, you gave it to Dorothy so Dorothy can have it for you. Yeah. So they can have. Now, the Wicked Witch of the West, I would have been pissed. You just put a house on top of my sister, took her shoes, and you don't want to give it to me. And you want to take it and run around? And then here's the twist that I say that the Wicked Witch of the West wasn't wicked. It was the other lady. Because at the end, what did she tell Dorothy at the end?
I don't know what.
You had the power to go home all this time. Right. So, wait, hold up. I had the power to go home all this time. All I had to do was click my heels. But you made me go through all of this just to get to the wizard for you?
Yeah.
Can you say you used me?
Yes.
So who's wicked? So I'm sorry to spoil the original for you, but that was my opinion on the original.
I never thought the Wicked Witch was that bad anyway.
No, she was just mad that you didn't give her shoes that's rightfully hers because that's her sister.
She was off on her own, doing her own thing, and
If you notice, they said, "Oh, don't say the name because she's gonna come around. She haven't been around for a while." That means she doesn't bother you.
She's just doing her own thing. She don't give a damn.
Like all of a sudden, she came to town for the shoes, and you gave it to somebody else.
Who's this?
And you were there. And you were
Dorothy.
there.
Dorothy who? Oh hell no, hell no.
I tell you, it's incredible the things that you notice after a while later, because the movie was so good that they put Wicked Witch of the West and the Good Witch of the North. So you're like, oh, okay. Since you hear the good and the wicked, your brain is like.
She's wearing all white.
And yeah, she's wearing white and she comes in. Hi. Those are salespeople. That's a Texas salesperson. That's what that was. But I'm telling you, right? But don't waste your money if you have not seen it. It wasn't worth
Unless
it.
you want to.
Yeah. I don't think any kid came out saying, woo! If you notice the videos of people, it's all the adults trying to boost up the movie. No kids boosted up the movie.
I mean, when you think about it, no kid really went to the Broadway show. Like, it's
And then I know I just spoiled the old one for you, so, but anyway, it still was a good movie, followed the Yellow Brick Road and all that. It had memorable songs. Wicked 2.
I mean, the cast can really sing, though. I mean, you can.
Well, the cast can sing. I'll give it to them.
Ariana and the other girl.
that's
What's her
good.
name?
Ariana did her thing because I was like, she's a spoiled little person, but she really acted her part. The acting was good. The movie just sucked. But anyway, we're going to move on because that movie sucked anyway. Let's get into some real good topics here. And this is another thing about kids. Do kids, and I seen this on posts, do kids really need a father or male figure in their life? True or false?
I'm going to say yes. It's important to have the best of both sexes. Balance it out.
I agree with you, but for a totally different reason.
Okay.
I think of it as soft and hard. When you have male and female, the females are more of the soft ones.
You're traditional.
Right.
Traditional, yeah.
Because I seen some
In
of these kids.
2024, that's not how it is.
I seen. That's what I'm saying. I seen some kids outside. I was telling my wife that there was one kid. Again, I'm sorry, a Dominican lady, where the kid wanted to step on this gate that looks like it was gonna fall in, and she kept pulling him, and he was like, "No, I'm gonna." And the kid was like 3 to 4 years old, and she was like, "No." And then my mind, I was like,
somebody's gonna get hurt.
Say. You know what? Keep it up. I'm going to call your father. Those are the words that scare a kid a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So when a person can say that, because I hear my wife say that many times. What? I'll call your dad. No, don't call him. My son knows.
That's all right.
But that's why, I'm not saying you need a father, but a male figure, your brother, your cousin. Find that one person that can be like, but you know what it is? A lot of family now are scared to tell your kid what to do because of the parent. You don't tell my kid what to do.
That's
You
that's
tell
true.
me.
That's true. The village
You tell
doesn't
me,
raise
and
the
I'll
kid
tell
anymore.
them.
Yeah. They're afraid. The parent going to come out and fight. They're going to call the police. Like, it's just like, I'm just trying to help you out, lady.
Mm-hmm. And that brings me, no, my mom was both. There's some people that their mother is but Magna said,
Definitely.
Oh, and she also said West Side Story was the best. West Side Story was...
The movie?
Yeah, the movie. It was so great. Every song was memorable, and I liked it more because my mom lived in the building on one of the ones that they were filming. So there was a part on West Side Story where they throw a bottle down.
You're talking about the new movie?
No, the original. The
original in the 60s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They threw a bottle when they were singing in the what was that? The alley.
Yeah.
And they threw a bottle. That was not the original part. They just kept it there. That was someone that didn't know that they were filming. And my mom was there where the cops came.
That's classic.
It was classic, but yeah.
I mean, it's nice to see how New York has evolved. Like, you just
And she said, and the play too was good.
Yeah.
And the play too was good.
Yeah.
So, but Magna said that her mom was both, the tough and the soft one.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are, but her mom was from old school.
Right.
We're talking about the moms now.
Yeah.
They not like that.
And then plus, even then, back then, there's an uncle. There's a,
And that's
there's,
why, yeah.
There's,
The mother had even Magna's mom. I don't know her mom, but she probably had something in the bag where she'll probably be like, "What? Wait till your uncle come, or wait till your cousin come." And when this one, or you had that
grandfather.
one grandfather or that one uncle that used to come and used to not do any of those things you used to do when they wasn't there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So there's always someone in the family member. I'm not saying that. Now, millennials are
But
like,
that's what family's for.
they were not scared of them. They just more, like some people would say,
They don't
I would
play
have
that.
them have fear than more than respect.
Yeah.
Because when you have fear, you won't do a certain thing.
Right.
But if you would just have respect, I'm going to jump off the second floor window. They'll respect me. But if you have fear, they'll be like, I ain't jumping over this thing. You crazy? He going to kill me if I don't die. You know what I mean? Like, so there's things that make you do things and respect it. You know, like you have more of a conscience because you have people behind you that you were afraid that they were going to kill you.
Oh yeah.
Not
Definitely.
literally. So, I got to explain
I mean, yeah.
to the millennials.
Right. Because now it is literal.
Yeah, now you want to
Unfortunately,
beat the crap out of
People
them.
are doing a lot of senseless things to their family members, but back then it wasn't.
She said because she knew how to use the belt and the chancleta. Exactly. Old mothers didn't play that, So, what that said? Spoil the rod.
Spare the rod, spoil the
kid.
child.
Yeah. So, listen, kids do need a male figure or a fear figure. Doesn't really matter. A lot of people say,
Some authority.
but if you think about it, a lot of the females are like, oh, these men don't know how to treat a woman, don't know how to show feelings. But then again, you say there is no men in their life. So who's the one teaching them? I'll wait.
No.
The female is the one. If you have a
But
child,
if she's not used to it, she's not going to teach
that's
him
what I'm saying.
something
But
that
you
she doesn't know.
can't go years later talking about these men don't know nothing. You're the one that taught them. Remember, they fatherless houses. So the person there is the one that taught them. So they don't know how to do anything that you're saying that they don't know how. It was you that taught them. So let's bring it down to the original, and people need to take initiative of what's going on. Fathers and mothers. Fathers, like, I hate when people say, yo, try this. And I be like, nah, you don't know what you're missing. No, I don't, because I never had it. So why would I miss it? I never understood that phrase. So when people say, oh, he would have been better if a father was here, how can you say that? You don't know that.
Yeah,
Sometimes the father would be there and it'll be worse.
Right?
So you cannot say, you have to deal with the issue you have there. So if you are, and again, single mother, meaning no father giving you child support, no father taking them on the weekends, no, that's a
raising your
single mother.
kids. Yeah, you're
That's a
raising your
single
kids.
mother. A single mother that's doing that, you have to take initiative that I have to teach them what I know.
Unfortunately,
There's single fathers out there that the
It's not
little
fair.
girls are tomboys. They don't grow up to be a
Right,
tomboy, but
right.
they know
They're
how
a
to.
little bit rougher.
Yeah, they know.
'Cause dad's rough.
Dad played them with the rough.
Huh.
They only know mechanics because their dad been around.
That's
They
an
don't
asset.
have a mom in their life.
Yeah.
But then they had the aunt that
Yeah,
becoming.
aunt, a grandmother.
Like I watched.
Grandparents are invaluable.
I watched a video where this white guy has a black daughter, and first of all, no, he didn't adopt them.
That must be fun.
He didn't adopt her. It was her daughter. The mother passed away years ago, so he was trying to learn how to do the hair.
With any father, it's
it's problem. But
it's
then
a
when you
child,
have black girl hair.
girl. Yeah.
But the thing is, the
yeah.
comments was not right. Homeboy went to a salon
A black salon.
and said, "Can you do my daughter's hair?"
And teach me.
And he said, "And I'm gonna pay you a little bit more if I can sit here and just watch."
Yeah.
Like he wanted to learn.
Of course.
But people was like, "You shouldn't have adopted a girl," without even knowing his life. And then he made a video saying, "This is my wife, and she's black.
Yeah.
She died of cancer years ago, so now I have to learn how to."
Right.
But then her aunt, the sister-in-law, came and lived near him, so that way she can help
Yeah.
raise her. That way she
As
knows a little
as
bit of the black
feminine
culture
support, black
and
support,
woman.
Yeah.
So it takes a village.
Like what's her name? The princess, Meghan Markle.
Mm.
Yeah. Her mother, you don't see her father at all.
Mm-hmm.
Her father's some hefty white guy. Her mother, black woman. She's always there at the what do you call it?
Everywhere that she's at.
Yeah. You see
basically,
her.
You see her.
Yeah.
So I like that his sister-in-law came, you know, and lived next to him just to raise up her a
That's
little.
important.
You know, and
So she knows who she is growing up. You know?
and not only that, because he asked, he was like, I need help because there's certain things she asked me that
she can't do.
I haven't
And
learned
she gets her
yet.
period, you know, like.
And he wasn't talking about the black culture because he knew everything about them because he,
That's
his wife.
Yeah, that's
Because his
a
wife,
whole
but he
different issue.
was speaking about that, you know, the monthly friend,
growing up.
the
How do
hair.
I take care of a little girl? Like,
He was saying under his own video, I had to call my other sister-in-law to go bra shopping because I didn't know what to buy. Like,
yeah, that's tough. Yeah.
so it is good that he thought about it and you know went out. So it is hard if you see a single parent
Yeah.
that doesn't have someone.
It is hard.
It's hard. But if you have a single parent and then you be like, yeah, because I hear that a lot. Yeah, I'm a single mom and everything. I got 2 kids. Wait till 2 kids now with their dad. What? So then you're not a single parent. You're a
It's a
co-parent.
new school single parent.
You're a co-parent. No matter what
They
they
got
know.
divorced.
I'm old school. They ain't no
They're
new.
single legally.
Don't change the words. Don't try to make the words fit you. No.
They're
You're
legally on paper single,
yeah, but not single parent.
according to the court.
According to court, right? But it doesn't say single parent. They just say single.
Right.
According to your child support, you're a co-parent. So that's
Listen,
what you
I know
are.
some people who would have killed for some child support, some back pay child support back
Listen,
in the 60s,
that's-
70s,
that's
80s.
That's another thing. You, what,
Can you imagine?
no, but that's a roller coaster. It's a circle. You don't have money to pay for child support, so you get a job, but you didn't have enough to pay for child support, so they put you in jail. So now you lost everything. You come out of jail, don't have a job,
That's
so
horrible.
you don't got no money. Guess where you go back? Back to jail. It's a circle. It's for men to, I say, for anyone, man
But
or
for
female.
child support, that's
Yeah, they put you in jail. In
that's-
some
I
states.
know that, but
Some
I
states.
wouldn't. I just, as a man, I wouldn't want to be in prison for that.
Yeah. What you here
You
for?
know.
I got 3 bodies. What-
care of my kids.
What do you? I missed 3 child supports. What?
I would have just. It's cheaper just to take care of the kid,
Yeah.
actually.
No, but some they doing a whole. I hope you guys know, they did a card like you only could use the card now. They don't give cash.
Like an EBT.
Right. Like it's an EBT card.
So they put the child support on the EBT. That's dangerous, though.
Because they don't want you to be talking about getting your nails done, and I seen it a lot.
Oh, so they can keep track of it.
It's only supposed to be for your kid. A lot of people were like, well, he needs to pay half of my rent because I got his kid here. If you would have not had the kid,
No,
you would have still had to
take
pay
care
rent.
of the rent.
It's called child support. You as an adult will have to pay for rent and light anyway. So that's why they're making the track. But now they're changing a lot of the stuff around. If they find out that the father or the mother, because there are mothers on child
There's
support.
a lot of unbiased. There's a lot of bias in the courts.
Yeah.
You know, like I got a few male friends that deal with BS from their exes
Yeah.
over
listen.
child support, and it's like, man.
And then I hope you know females, if you go to child support, I seen one person was giving her about $100 a week to buy some Pampers, some clothes, because he didn't have time to go buy it.
Yeah.
One week he didn't.
Like cash. He was giving her
yeah,
cash.
yeah. One week he only gave her 50. She got mad and said, "Well, I'm gonna put you on child support." Guess what? She went to child support and only winded up with $40 a month.
That's crazy.
So he got upset and said,
Because he knows that's not enough for his kid.
right. She
Yeah.
said, "Oh, I need Pampers." He said, "Well, you got child support." Guess what? Legally, it's true. He don't have to give you no more money.
Right,
Because he's
legally.
giving you child support. You screwed yourself
And then
up.
that's a lot to just go through the courts and all of that.
Be a parent. Y'all made them together, make
Right.
decisions
You
together.
stuck together for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life, you
Even
stuck.
if it was a quickie, drunk, whatever.
There's nothing you can do about it now. You got to get along.
You know? and
Yeah.
yeah,
Could be
they
an
said they
oops
paid
moment, but
they,
it's
they
there.
pay taxes
Nothing
with
you
that.
can do.
She said it's a fraud. They idiots, they haters, they pay taxes with it. Listen,
Yeah, that's a lot.
so
It's
it's gonna
unnecessary.
be a point where getting on child support is gonna be hard. you know?
Yeah, that's a
So-
job.
Yeah, but kids do need something. Now, here's another question for you. And I seen it online, and they were arguing about it. Should a father's mom be in the delivery room, or should the mother-to-be's mother be in the delivery room?
It depends on what the mother wants. I mean,
True.
she's pushing.
I say, depending on what she
There's only
wants.
sometimes there's only one person allowed, right?
On the first number one answer, depends on who she wants. Now, if she doesn't know, her mother. Not my mother. As a man, my mother don't need to be in
Yeah,
there.
somebody needs to
It's
support her.
her mother that needs to be there because that's her child giving birth.
She's doing the work.
I'm not giving birth. So why is my mom here?
Maybe if her mom isn't
So-
available.
He was wrong. In the video, he was mad because, oh, that's my mom. I want her in the delivery room.
Well, was she objecting to it? Like, was there an issue? Other
No,
people had
it
an
was a
issue.
skit. It was a skit.
Oh,
But, they were having. That's another thing, people. Watch the videos. These are a lot of skits. People like, oh man, I can't believe. And who's recording this? That's messed up. Why you? It's a skit. If you got to ask your question of who's recording this, then you know it's a skit. But anyway, as a man, your mom don't belong in the delivery room. I'm sorry. There's gonna be a lot of men probably pissed off at me. Maybe there's some agreeing with me. The mother is the precious thing that's giving birth. Her parents should be there because her parents seen her grow, and now she's becoming a woman away from her and starting her own family.
Yeah.
Now, when the baby is born, the father's the first one to grab him. Now, when you grab that kid the first time, because he's the first one that's supposed to carry that kid, besides the mom. Sometimes they throw it on the mom for the
first.
heat
Right.
and for the
bond.
bond. As soon as they finish, the only person next is the
The
father.
dad.
After the father passes it on to
Whoever,
his
yeah.
parent. And that's a notion saying, look, now I'm a man,
Okay.
and now I'm living my own life. That's I forgot how they call it, like
These are traditional.
a traditional passive damn, it's right in my lips, but it's a passive something that
I know
they
what you mean.
what they do. So
Rite of passage.
rite of passage,
Okay.
that's what it is. So the mother being there is the rite of passage stating that the daughter is becoming a woman
Right.
and going to start up her new life. The father gives the child to his mother or his father.
Okay.
It's a rite of passage saying, I am a man, and now whatever you taught me, I would teach, and this is my family.
So when does mom's mom get to hold the baby? Last?
Well, no, they next.
Okay.
They the next family because it goes in the circle.
Okay.
You know understand?
Okay.
Everybody
See, I
else
don't know
is
these
after.
rules. I
Well,
mean,
it's not even a rule. It's more of a upbringing of
Yeah.
understanding.
Yeah. No,
Like-
not everybody teaches that. Every
Right.
culture, you know.
Like when weddings, the mother, the bride, buys the father of the bride buys this things. Your godparents buy
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? It's never supposed to have been the
Passed
wife
down.
and the husband to spend all their money on the wedding.
No,
it was
it's
never like
traditionally
that.
the parents.
The parents and the godparents.
Sometimes there's a dowry, you know.
It was always like that because a wedding for the parents and the godparents is another pass of saying now you are your own family.
Right.
Here it is our last thing that we have to do for you.
Right.
The last thing we have
You're
to
on
pay
your
for
own.
you. After this, you're on your own. That what was the reason why the parents and godparents paid. Now all of a sudden, the groom and the bride has to pay for everything. I'm like, what?
Including the divorce.
And now 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, they divorced because they got no money. They broke. They in their house. Come on now. So it is a thing. And then, she said their family gets introduced at birth. They get introduced after birth, not during the birth. The only family that's supposed to be introduced during birth
Immediate.
is the mother and the father.
Yeah.
During, because it was so funny, and this story always, I will always remember. My wife knows too. She was in the room. But my son, when my son was born, they put him and he was crying, and I'm away from him. They didn't say one word. I got next to him and started speaking. He stood quiet. We didn't think nothing of it. They picked him up again, took him to go clean him. He started crying again. And I was like, and I went towards him to say, what's going on? What's going on? He's okay. He stopped crying.
Aw.
And it's because when he was in the belly, we always talked to him.
Yeah.
I
He
sang
recognized
next
your
to the.
voice.
So it was the voice that he recognized.
That's beautiful.
So little things like that. Now, if her mother was there, you know what? Even if her mother was there, she would have probably threw me in the room because it all depends on your coach as well.
Yeah.
Some coaches, they'd be like,
That's a
no,
major
the
part.
mother and father belongs in that room because
Right.
they're the ones that, and some coaches, because a lot of hospitals only allow one.
Yeah.
Now, if they allow two, then it's the father and the
Right.
person's mom
Right.
goes in the room. That's who goes in the room. But if
Yeah,
it's one,
they
it's
just
the
do
father.
the one now, I think.
Yeah, because I know they changed it. When my son was born, they asked who else is coming to the room.
Yeah.
So it was more than 2 or 3. And then plus we had a private room, so they couldn't say nothing.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
But when the private room, when she was going to give birth, anybody there would have to leave,
Yeah.
and they only allowed
Gotcha.
2.
Gotcha.
So
Sterilization.
right, and we had myself and the what was the adubu whatever
Doula.
the doula abaluba.
The doula. Before gynecologist, yeah.
Yes.
They were doulas.
Yeah, she was the one. She was in there with us for a little bit.
Nice.
Cooper-
Was it? Were you natural? Were you all natural? Okay.
She was all natural.
Too much pain?
No,
No.
too much baby.
Big boy.
Yeah.
No.
Funny story. One doctor came in and said, "Hi, Mr. La Loma. Hi, Mrs. La Loma. Oh, I'm glad now you're about to give birth. So I'll come in and check up on you later, because that was the end of his shift. And that was our original doctor, right? He said, I'm if anything, they'll call me, but they didn't call him through his whole rest. When he came back for the second shift, he came in. You still here? I thought you gave birth that they didn't call. So when he looked, he said, "Oh, that's why you're never gonna give birth." And they was like, "Why? That baby is too big." And he did. He came out with his college degree and everything.
He said, I'm ready to get the heck out of here.
He was so big that coming out of C-section was hard.
Ooh.
He was tall.
Ooh.
So they were like, this boy, and then he had the
That was
big
the
Filipino
first thing
head.
that the doctor said. Oh, that's why you're
Yeah.
a big baby. He's 9.9.
Get out.
9.9
Ounce,
ounces,
yep.
24, something like that,
Big boy.
27 something inches. 9.9 ounces. He was not going nowhere.
He's going to be a big man.
He came out tall, came out with the big head, you know what I'm saying? And they had to do it regular. But she was there for almost the whole shift. Like, we had nurses coming back talking about, you still here?
Yeah. Listen, I commend you because back in the day, that wouldn't have been simple. It would have been you or him.
Yeah.
You know?
Lots.
Women were dying like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, they were saying no. They forced me
Magda
to
said,
do the
future
C-section.
LDM president.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they said no, he's not coming out. He's getting cone head because he wants to go out, but you're not
wants to get out of
opening
there.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I think if we would have left him there a little bit, he would have came out like the aliens. And shit. He would have pulled himself out. He would have, "Have me out of here." He wanted to come out. But they had to take him quickly. They was like, "No, he's been there. He's been himself pushing." They was like,
Yeah.
"It's not even her," because she was like, "I'm not pushing."
He ran out of room.
Him, he was actually trying to push out. So they was like, so they had to push him a little bit back in because he was crowning.
Yeah.
To push him back in to bring
get
him
him out.
to bring him out the other canals.
My goodness.
So, but it was a funny thing, but it was the livelihood of a person being there.
Yeah.
Because that first voice, that first touch is a lot for any child.
I bet.
So that's why I say, back to the Google Gaga thing, after 2 years old, he's going to think this is my
He
life.
can wipe his own butt.
So, because like my son, I'm very proud of him because they be like, "Yo, your kid is smart. He speaks intelligent." And then we be like, "So,
That's how you speak to him.
guess who he was around when he was a newborn? He was around the media and only adults that had something going in their lives.
Right.
We wasn't outside in the streets. We wasn't. So he caught on, and even when he was 3 years old, he started grabbing a camera, thinking that was life. That was supposed to be what he was supposed to do. He was like this with the little camera, and he was actually filming. Like, people
Natural.
was like, "What is he doing?" And I'm like, "Look, he's actually filming
Yeah.
and following the person." So he knew, since that's why you hear a lot of people was like, "I was born into this."
Yeah.
because that's what that is.
They've been doing it.
You've been practicing.
I get it. I perfectly understand.
But you know. But it looks like we have a couple more minutes. Charles is going to pass him the mic when he is 3 years old. Oh, he did. He started his own show when he was 5.
Yeah.
So when he was 3, he was already learning filming and cameras. So, but he's a science person at heart. I don't think he's going to follow the whole.
Listen, science is definitely necessary for technological advances.
Yep. So he has his thing there.
STEM is the
what
thing.
he said. Oh, he's gonna be the first fire scientist.
Engineer.
No, fire scientist. That's what he said. So he wants to learn how to stop fires.
That's awesome.
With technology and all this. So
that's awesome.
I was like, I didn't even think like certain things. Me and my wife were like, look at him like, what?
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
When you came out with this?
Somebody has to think about it outside the box.
I thought a phone like on fire, but he went extra.
He's gonna show you one day.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, but daughter is a great marketer with the toy drive. My son, everybody thinks he's a girl because of his long hair, but that's my son. Yeah, he did his video for the toy drive when he was 4 years old, when the pandemic happened.
Yeah.
3 to 4 years old. He told me, "Can you turn on your camera on your phone?" I'm like, "Why?" He said, "Because I want to say something, and then we have to post it." So I'm curious. This is a true story. I turned on the camera. I put it next to us. I said, "What do you have to say?" And you hear me say, "Okay, I got the camera on.
Yeah.
What do you want? What do you want to say?" He said, "I want to talk about Chuck E. Cheese." I said, "What about Chuck E. Cheese?" He said, "With everything that's going on, they closing down Chuck E. Cheese, and they're going to lose their jobs because they said there's no more money. So we have to do something to make money for Chuck E. Cheese." And I got the video up. If you check on my page, we got to make money for Chuck E. Cheese so they can keep their doors open. Granted, this is a 3-year-old, so I'm like,
yeah.
so what are we going to do? And he was like, well, like this, do a video and we're going to post it up. So I said, okay. Something told me, ask this question. So I looked at him and said, what's the real reason you want to save Chuck E. Cheese? He said, because we don't want them to lose their job. And plus, I love Chuck E. Cheese. I love playing those games.
No,
If
not my Chuck E. Cheese.
He said, if they close, where am I going to go?
That's right.
So I was dying. I'm like, oh, my God.
What can I do?
Some people thought that it was a commercial, like I told him what to say. No. He asked me to turn it on, and he said everything. I was dying.
Adorable.
And then he wanted to donate the toys. He was like, what about foster kids? And, because I heard that anything that he sees on TV he don't understand, he asks us. Like everything. Yep. That's why my wife. Yeah, my wife already laughing on the story in the background. He does his research. He talks to us, and he doesn't understand some of the things. I'll be like, Google it, and then come back and tell me what Google is saying. Yeah. Because I don't really trust Google too much now.
It depends on your source.
Yeah, because Google is an internet, and the internet you can change anything.
The recent one was, Mama, what does FML means?
Oh, FFL.
Okay.
So we told them, but I was like, "How you heard this?"
Bleep the F.
Yeah, we bleep. We don't say the F word.
But well, he found out, right?
We told him. He said, "Okay, I can't use that word."
All right.
That's what he says. Oh, I can't use that word.
We have a pending one. This one I didn't tell him. I said, when you're bigger, I will tell you. Are you ready?
MILF.
He
heard
said,
him in the background,
Mama,
right?
what does MILF means? I said, when you're older, I'll let you know.
I'm sure he figured it out, huh?
Mm-hmm. But we don't shy away from any of the questions because it's not. Some people are like, oh, stop being nosy. No, it's curiosity.
Yeah.
And it's studying because
he wants to know.
He reads words, big words, like you would not understand these words. And how you know that word? Well, this word means this and this, because he'll if he doesn't know the word, I told him when I was young, my mom always told me, I don't know the
dictionary.
Yep.
How am I gonna look up something I don't know how to spell?
Yeah. My mom used to be
figured it out.
Figure it out. Word it out.
I couldn't stand that.
I didn't buy those encyclopedias for nothing. Remember the encyclopedia? I'm like, but Mom, we don't even got the R yet. That's coming next month. God. Don't worry about it. because you're always missing one or
yeah,
two.
Yeah.
That's coming next month. Don't worry about that.
Oh, you guys, some of you guys don't know.
Yeah,
What you got the world at your fingertips.
We had the books. Be like, well, you know what? My friend Pito upstairs, I think he got the R already. Like, we used to switch. Who got the W's?
Yeah.
All right, you go upstairs.
And then they started having them at the library. Yeah.
And yeah, we spent a lot of time at the library researching words. So I told him that's what I do. So he does it now.
Yeah.
He sounds the word out. He'll look for it. And then since Google switches the word, right.
Even if you audio.
Yeah.
They're like, she'll figure it. The Siri, they'll figure it out.
The word, and then he'll say, okay, this is what it means.
And it tells you how to pronounce it and all of that.
Yep.
The information's there. It's a matter of, do you want to know it?
Yep. Magna said they have tablets and AI now. Yep.
Yeah, and AI can write your papers now. So.
Yeah. Well, I tell him research it.
I use it for work.
Right.
I use it. It scares me, but I use it.
Yeah, I tell them use it, and
Draft something that would say this message that sounds professional and personal.
I like how they.
Oh
tell
yeah,
you
I love that. I use that a lot. Like I type in my own words, and I'm like, "Can you write this professionally?"
Yeah. And they tell you where they got it from. That's what I like. They tell you where they got the source from.
Yeah. So. Check that out. And, real quick, also, I did a movie review, and I forgot one movie. Speaking about AI. What was it called? Holy crap. It's a new one. It's a new movie.
With the guy?
With the Chinese, with the Asian guy and a white girl. But it's about an AI that takes over a house. I'm not going to spoil it for you.
His name's like Ted or something?
No. Oh, man. Trap. Afraid. Afraid.
Okay.
Check it out. It's on Netflix, I think it is, and it's on a couple of things. It's called Afraid.
He liked it.
It is good because it scares you so much about an AI.
Because of the reality. That's what scares me.
And it made a lot of truth in this movie where AI can go.
Yeah.
Because remember, they saying AI, and they repeat it so many times in these commercials. AI, it'll make your life better. It is designed to make human life better. It'll make the world better. And then there was a question online on Twitter. What is the one thing you take away to make this world better? I said there's two answers. To make the world better, you take away humans because humans is the ones that destroy the world.
Imagine, yeah.
I mean, Earth, sorry. Yeah. They said Earth. And I said the second answer, to make the world better, you have to take greed out. You take the greed away, you make...
Take the ego away.
Right. Well, greed comes with egos and men things. But to save Earth, you have to take the humans out. So in AI, when you tell them we have to save Earth, what is the first thing in all these movies they do? They go after the human. Because they know the human is the biggest threat to Earth. No matter if you think about it or not. A human is the biggest threat to Earth. Not the animals, not the weather.
Unfortunately, I agree with you there.
It's us.
I agree with you.
Yeah, like Terminator. Yeah, I had him watch Terminator to understand where all these other movies are coming from.
Original.
Because that's another thing, too. Like, he watches a movie, and I'll be like, I'm going to show you an old school movie. Why they made this, So we started watching Predator, Terminator.
The beginning of it all.
Right, to understand, to expand his mindset more and more.
Yeah.
Magda said, as AI is dangerous, we may have 12-year-old battling in war. Well, actually, there's a thing that they might have 12-year-old, 13, teenagers fighting the war, but not in the war. They're going to be controlling because they have more of a mindset on video games.
Right.
So they might be using them to control airplanes and all that stuff. Might as well, right? You're playing a video game.
But why children? Why not just have adults? Adults play games too.
Well, children have more.
Over the age of 18. That's gonna screw up a kid's head.
Well, maybe they won't tell them. Maybe they won't tell them it's real life. They'll be like, "Hey, play this video game."
And then when they find out,
and they'll be like, "That guy killed that whole town just like my man."
War criminal.
Right. Wait, I killed the same.
You know the stuff I've done on Grand Theft Auto? Are you kidding me?
God.
I'd be locked up right now.
Listen, I want to thank you guys for coming. Next week we'll be talking about Christmas because it's getting close to Christmas. So
Enjoy your.
watch our questions. I know we're going to throw a couple questions up there about gifts and all that. But enjoy your week and don't spend so much money yet until you really do
Wait
your
until after taxes.
or do your research, before you buy that. So all I gotta say is gift cards. That's what I go. But I'm Charles Aloma,
Lydia Pin.
and we'll see you next week.
All right. Stay beautiful.